Thank you for joining me here as we honor George Perry Floyd Jr., a son of Houston, a son of 3rd Ward. In 2020, over the course of 8 minutes and 46 harrowing seconds, Floyd's murder pulled back the curtain on the worst aspects of our criminal legal system. Suddenly, the world could no longer ignore the racism underpinning our justice system. The world demanded change.
Say his name! Say his name!
Marches broke out in 2,000 cities, not just in Minneapolis, D.C., and Houston, but in Paris, Tokyo, Moscow, and Athens. Millions of people across 60 countries shouted the words, "Black Lives Matter." Justice for George Floyd, our brother from CUNY Homes, just 10 minutes from here.
And if any one of y'all knew Floyd, man, all he wanted us to do was stand together, represent whatever we stand on.
In my office, we proudly call ourselves a civil rights organization inside the government. So we got to work, mobilizing every resource Harris County had to offer. We passed bail reform measures because freedom shouldn't just apply to those who can afford it. We put more resources into our public defender's office so that more people, regardless of race or wealth, could receive legal representation. We invested in re-entry programs and expanded diversion programs that help get people back on their feet instead of sending them to jail. We also created the Holistic Assistance Response Team to send trained professionals to provide support instead of armed officers when someone is in crisis. These reforms were important steps towards recognizing the dignity in all of us. And it was important to me that Floyd himself was remembered not just his death, but the man he was in life. So now we can take a seat next to his statue at Tom Bass Park, where he'll live forever to inspire the community that raised him. The legacy of George Floyd lives on, but there's still so much unfinished work. Racial disparities in policing are still very real. Black and brown residents in Harris County are still more likely to be stopped, searched, and jailed. They still disproportionately face a housing crisis, health disparities, and food insecurity. So we march on. We fight for services that treat people with dignity, like mental health care, youth opportunities, and workforce training. We stand up for transparency, equal justice, and equity. In 2020, Floyd's daughter, Gianna, famously said,
"That changed the world."
He most certainly did, but he's not done yet, and neither are we.